Democracy, a system of government by the people, for the people. But how true is that today? Around the world, from the Arab region to South Asia, the so-called democratic systems claim to give power to the people. But is that reality or just a facade? And who is truly pulling the strings behind these governments? Could secretive organizations like the Illuminati have a hand in promoting democracy globally with motives of their own? In this video, we'll explore the cracks in the democratic system, real-world examples from the Arab and South Asian regions, and unravel whether hidden powers are influencing global politics. Let's start with the ideal version of democracy. In theory, democracy promotes equal participation, free elections, and the protection of human rights. Governments are supposed to be accountable to the people, but in reality, that's not always the case. In the Arab region, many nations have adopted the label of democracy. Take Lebanon, Iraq, or Tunisia. On paper, these countries hold elections. But what do these elections really represent? Lebanon's political system is an example of a democracy plagued by sectarian divisions. Political parties are tied to religious groups, and the system favors political elites who've held power for decades. Despite regular elections, people feel the same entrenched elites are always in control, with limited space for change. The 2019 Lebanese protests were sparked by economic frustration, corruption, and a lack of basic services. But did elections solve any of these issues? Not really. In South Asia, the world's largest democracy, India, is often hailed as a beacon of democratic values. But has democracy served the interests of all its citizens? Under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has seen the rise of nationalist rhetoric, which critics argue has led to the marginalization of minorities, particularly Muslims. Many claim that while elections happen, the political landscape is increasingly polarized, with media and institutions favoring those in power. Can a democracy truly thrive when large portions of the population feel unheard or oppressed? In neighboring Pakistan, the democratic process has been repeatedly interrupted by military coups. Even today, while Pakistan has an elected government, many believe that the military still plays a significant role in the country's political decisions. The concept of deep state or hidden governance is often discussed in Pakistan. So, is it really the people's choice who leads? Democracy is often promoted by Western powers as the ideal form of government. But the global democratic system itself is full of contradictions. Look at how foreign interventions have shaped the politics of other nations, particularly in the Arab world and South Asia. The US has repeatedly used the banner of democracy to justify interventions in countries like Iraq, Libya, and Afghanistan. But have these interventions truly brought democracy, or have they left behind broken systems and instability? The Arab Spring, which was once seen as a wave of democratization, has largely resulted in chaos and authoritarianism returning stronger than before. Is the secret organizations behind promoting democracy? And now, the question that many have asked: could secretive organizations like the Illuminati be behind the promotion of democracy worldwide? If so, what would their motive be? Some conspiracy theories suggest that the spread of democracy is to create the New World Order, not to empower people. Democracy, they argue, offers the illusion of choice. But behind the scenes, global elites, big corporations, and secretive organizations manipulate political processes to serve their own interests. This theory holds that democracy allows for a global system of governance where power remains concentrated in the hands of a few, even as people believe they have control. The reality: who holds the power? So, is democracy really serving the people? The truth lies somewhere in between. While democratic systems offer more freedom and participation than authoritarian regimes, they are not immune to corruption, manipulation, and external influence. Whether or not shadowy groups like the Illuminati are involved, it's clear that democracy, as it exists today, is far from perfect. What does democracy mean for us? At the end of the day, democracy is meant to empower the people. But across the Arab region, South Asia, and even in the West, cracks in the system show us that it often falls short of its promises. To truly fix democracy, we need to ask hard questions. Who benefits from the current system? Is it really the people, or are hidden forces at play, guiding political outcomes for their own benefit? The truth, as always, is more complex than we may think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe Worldwise, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into global politics and systems of power.